Good morning, good afternoon, and thanks for joining us at the Air and Space Museum. My name is Jim Kidrick, President and CEO of the museum. I have a number of A4 hours myself, and this project that was really headed up by John Wilkes, call sign Smoke, was something that we bought into, I think, very quickly. We didn't have to wrestle around, very much. It's an opportunity to honor some of those that gave that ultimate sacrifice, and certainly your presence today is an indicator of the memories we all have of a very challenging time, but also a very successful time, because I think that we were better as a nation when you look back at it historically for what we did, and we did it for the right reasons. And everyone that was in a cockpit, or fixing an airplane, getting us ready, the old ready on arrival. I think it's that spirit of Naval and Marine Corps. I'll say because we got a Marine in the crowd, so I got to at least acknowledge the Marine. We did, as I told them earlier, we're going to use small words and talk slowly. We got some charts with crayons and stuff like that. But those are those service jokes that we often use, but they are really jokes of great respect. I've had to live, because we do have a Marine in the audience, I've had to live with, one of those anchors or whatever my entire life. My best friend in advanced jet flight training was a Marine, if you can believe that. So, but a great guy. So I'm going to introduce John Wilkes because John is going to kind of lead us through the next few minutes and the significance of it as we honor someone that many of you in this room not only know, but you were on the strike mission, and that's pretty cool. So thanks for coming.
Well, thanks, sir. Good afternoon, folks. Let me start by thanking Jim and the special events staff here at the San Diego Air and Space Museum for their outstanding support to make this all possible. Particularly Jim's leadership, recognizing the collective requests of the Air Wing 21 pilots that have attended a couple of functions over the last several years. Here we all noticed that the historical record involving the A4 that's displayed here today was missing a very important component. The name on this airplane, each individual pilot in the squadron has their name on an airplane. The commanding officer is on 301, and the executive officer is number 302 for in the respective squadrons, 401, 402, whatever. Each squadron has an alpha, a numeric that begins with the whatever respective is and ends in 01 or 02 or 03, depending on your rank in the squadron. But anyway, we noticed that in recognition of the loss of one of our naval aviation heroes during the 1972 combat cruise in Southeast Asia was Commander Frank Green, who was killed on July 12th, 1972. But preceding that, the commanding officer of VA-212, Commander Hank Strong, was killed on a mission that today, 5 of us that were on that mission where Hank was killed are here to honor him appropriately. So we're adding his name to this aircraft. The executive officer, Commander Frank Green's name is on the right side of the aircraft, and the tail number, if you look at the right side of this airplane, is 302. And now we will unveil the on the left side, Commander Hank Strong's name, and 301, which reflects his position in the squadron as the commanding officer. I would like to ask, we have 8 pilots here from Air Wing 21, 5 of us that were on the strike the day that Hank Strong was killed. I'd like all of the aviators from Air Wing 21 to come up and let's jointly reveal Hank Strong's name and put his memorialize his name as it should be for his great sacrifice. So, come on, guys. Come on, Denny.
Yeah.
We don't have to stand in any particular order in terms of height or rank or whatever. You know what? All right. Since number 2, Flaming Ball, Rob Barber, was the first one airplane hit of the 3 airplanes that hit on that day that Hank was killed. Let's let Fireball Rob go over here and do the actual lowering.
I got a new call sign.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a car drive.
Right. So,
Everybody can love it.
yeah.
Just pass.
Okay.
Look that up.
And so you can just
Slowly lower this arc is.
it should come down slowly.
Yes, right?
Yeah. All right.
Hi.
Well done.
I just said. Good job. Push this back. Heavy.
We have, just real briefly, I'll introduce and later people can interact with. Jerry Tucker was on the strike. He was an F-8 pilot in Air Wing 21. Denny Ireland was in VA 212, which was the squadron that Hank Strong and Frank Green were both in. And we have Rob Barber, who was the first aircraft hit that morning. He was right next to me when he exploded into a ball of flame. It was one of the happiest moments of my life when I was not the one that was hit. We have Dick Everett, who was a photo escort in F-8 that day on the strike. We have Greg Marshall, who was VA 212 also. He was on that strike that day in one of the last positions, the number 12 in the strike group. We have Cowboy Ray Wynn, an infamous member of VA 212.
Who was in jail at QB at the time.
Yeah, who was I think locked in his stateroom during that particular strike, but particularly noteworthy. Cowboy has 400 carrier landings on the Hancock, which is our stuff. And then Terry Wolf from VA 55 was also part of Air Wing 21. There were 3 attack squadrons: VA 212, VA 55, and VA 164. So we mustered the 8 of us here today from the Air Wing, and we want all. Speaking for all of the aviators in our group, we want to thank Jim and the Air and Space Museum for memorializing Hank Strong's name appropriately on this aircraft. Anybody else have anything to say?
Oh.
Anybody else want to say? Yeah, dude, go ahead.
What a contrast in attitudes from the 1972 when we lost warriors to today, because this is a commemoration for those that are gone, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll add to that. Let me echo Denny's words because they certainly did not receive their appropriate due at the time. And it's for those of us who are left and who knew them, it's certainly up to us to continue to do that when we have a chance. So, and thank you all for turning out for the process. We all appreciate it very much.
So I guess I have to say something. There's some advantages to being the first one hit. I got to the tanker first.
Yeah. Everything. Oh, there you go.
We're here primarily to pay tribute to Commander Strong. But let's not forget Commander Frank Green, who was on the starboard side of the airplane. Commander Green came out about 6 weeks after Commander Strong was shot down and killed, and he joined the squadron. And within 10 days, he had also been hit and was killed on a night recce. So we have both the CO and the XO who were killed within about a 6-week period. So let's remember them both, please.
Well said.
Was it?
Jerry.
I feel quite honored to be standing here with this group. We all have times within our career where we make indelible impressions on us. This mission was one that I remember, but I only remember the exit coming out, and I do remember I briefed in the debrief I mentioned about it. It was just. I saw a splash, and I was pretty sure that's when we lost him. So it was over the water coming back out. It was bigger than a normal splash, but it was reported in the intel brief.
Yeah.
Rapidly, I'm trying to be rapid here with this. It's just that in my age, it's hard to remember what I was going to say, but I've got it. We have been blessed to have worked together for so long and with such phenomenal people that when the time came to stand up they stood up. They offered themselves so that people could be free. I am so proud to have been able to walk with you.